Well, Happy New Year. This is the first video of the year, and as you can probably notice, I'm having a hard time pronouncing words because I've been having some dental surgery, so please bear with me on this. I'm going to start the year off with one of the questions I commonly get, which is, why do I want to dry fast? Why is dry fasting so good? Well, you and everyone around you dry fast every day. That's what sleep is. You don't eat, you don't drink. And when you don't eat and don't drink at night, when you sleep, it turns on a process called autophagy. Autophagy is a cellular cleaning cycle. It can't happen while you're eating. It can't happen during the day. As soon as you eat, autophagy ends. Most people eat all day, even all the way up until they go to bed. But when you stop eating and you stop drinking, the body says, okay, now we can start repairing. So when people ask why I want to dry fast, I just say, well, how much do you want to repair your body? Because what happens during sleep can be extended by not eating and drinking during the day for several days. And we see enormous changes. When you don't drink and you're fasting, you starve out all your parasites and bacteria because they require external water to stay alive. So you're just keeping them alive if you drink while you fast. The other thing happens is when you turn off autophagy long enough, you can really get the deep, deep-seated toxins out of your cells. And you'll see this after your first 5 or 7 day dry fast. It's amazing how that works because when you eat, you're accumulating toxins and debris and environmental toxins and stuff from the air and the water, the food, everywhere. This is a dirty planet, and it's dirtier because of what man has done to it over the past 50 years. The way to solve that problem and the way to stave off what's called the damages of inflammation is to dry fast, because you can get rid of all the stuff that causes the inflammation. Dry fasting lowers inflammation. It's a really amazing thing when you clean out everything, because you'll notice that your first dry fast that you won't be hungry for certain foods anymore, like sugary foods, pastries, cakes, that stuff, because you've gotten rid of the pathogens and parasites that demand that stuff to stay alive inside you. The other thing that happens is you end up with a lot of mental clarity, because if you clear out the toxins in the brain, your brain can work easier. The most amazing thing about dry fasting is what it does for regeneration. At day 3 of a dry fast, an enzyme is turned off, pKa, which is on all the time because people eat. That enzyme causes your stem cells to stay asleep. Unless you have a major injury, a cut, a bruise, a broken arm, those stem cells aren't called to fix the problem because there's no stress. Eating is not stress. Dry fasting is stress. And when the pKa is turned off, your stem cells wake up and go through an entire regeneration cycle. And because of that, you get fixed from the inside out. You get organs that are repaired, you get tissue that's repaired. It can't happen on water fast or any other thing, especially while you're eating. When you eat, it prevents all this stuff from happening, which is great. So what do you do during the rest of the year? Well, you follow the book Neogenesis, which shows you how to exercise correctly, eat correctly, and what to avoid, like seed oils and vegetable oils, those kind of things that are bad for your mitochondria. And if you do that, you'll decrease the amount of debris that accumulates over that year. So when you dry fast next time, there's not so much energy that's being devoted to fixing things. There's not so much energy devoted to digestion, and it can be devoted to fixing things. So that's the reason to dry fast. The reason to dry fast is to live longer, live healthier, extend your lifespan, repair your cells, repair your system, think clearer, and it's easy. You just don't eat and don't drink, just like when you're sleeping. So, just like when you're sleeping. So, sleep while you're awake for a few days, and you'll see a huge difference in your physiological makeup. That's why we dry fast. That's why I've made this channel. And this year, this is the year you might consider dry fasting. I love it. I came across this stuff a few years ago, and I've been benefiting from it ever since. So here's to a Happy New Year, and I hope you find yourself well, and see you next time.